All right, so there's an article that Dave McMenamin of ESPN did, and it kind of talks about Bronny and where he is right now and kind of what the expectations are going into year 2 for him. And it's titled Inside Bronny James' Year 2 Development with the Lakers.
Right.
And if you read through a couple things you just learn real quick, you learn that Bronny, obviously through Summer League, he said he's not a fan of it, not so much the competition. He loves the competition, but he doesn't like all the Vegas stuff that goes on with it. He just kind of wants to hoop and that be that.
Yep.
Had a couple of solid outings. Had some not so desirable, including the one against Cooper Flagg. Not a great outing for him in the sense of big-time scoring or anything like that. But I did like that he looked like he wanted to smoke defensively, wanted to guard Cooper Flagg. Loved that. So the question becomes, Kerry, with Bronny, what exactly are folks expecting? And can he crack J.J. Redick's rotation, still overcoming, getting past that heart condition still a couple years ago? Can he jump into being in the rotation and getting some actual meaningful minutes? I look at it like this with Bronny. Bronny's in a great situation for a chance to do that, and I'll tell you why. And that's because I don't think the Lakers drastically improved their roster. And when you look at what the NBA currently is, this isn't the days of you got your 5 starters, a 6-man, and maybe one other guy, and that kind of is it. You roll it out there. You look at the better teams right now, these teams are deep. These teams are doing, I said it a lot during the postseason, you're seeing a lot of line changes.
Yep.
Like hockey. Pacers were throwing in 3-4 other guys at a time. Boom, 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 boom. You look at the way Minnesota was swarming Jokic a couple of seasons ago and just the way they do it, bringing a bunch of guys. You look at the Pistons, a bunch of younger guys.
Yep.
You look at Houston Rockets, bunch of guys, right? Just waves of young, athletic, energetic guys coming at you.
Yeah.
And then, of course, the Oklahoma City Thunders, who are currently the reigning champs.
Yeah.
So I think the Lakers put themselves in a position where Bronny, they might have to rely on 10, 12 minutes a game, 13, 14 minutes a game from Bronny, just simply as can you be the Energizer Bunny? You're 20 years old. We need all the energy we can get. We need all the guys who can go. What did you see a lot in the postseason? A lot of 94 feet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pistons were checking the Knicks, 94 feet. You got the Thunder checking people, 94 feet. The Pacers checking
Pacers, yes.
And I feel like the Lakers haven't done enough, aren't deep enough to kind of just say, hey, we can. You're not requiring that from Luka. Marcus Smart, who is a good defender when he's healthy, he's only played 54 games in the last couple of seasons, so you don't really know what you're going to get from him. And then Austin Reeves is not a guy you want to have out there going crazy on, guarding people 94 feet. He's an okay defender. People pick on him a lot.
Yeah.
So to me, that is his best way to absolutely try his best to be a dog, to be a pest, to be an annoyance on the defensive end. Now, you're still learning. Only your second year. Didn't play a lot last year at all. So he's going to get cooked at times. You know what I mean? When he got cooked last year, guy Tyrese Maxey, he's an all-star.
Yeah, yeah.
So he's going to have times where he's guarding guys who are going to still continue to say, welcome to the NBA. But I absolutely don't think the Lakers have enough to just to neglect him. There's going to be times where they're going to have to say, Bronny, we need 10, 12 real minutes out of you simply based off because Luka's going to have a night off. LeBron is about to be 41.
Yeah.
Really like 51 if you consider all the postseason runs. He's going to miss games. So I just think the Lakers are not in a position to say, nah, Bronny. I think he's going to absolutely have some games and a nice period where they're going to have to rely on him. Not saying he's going to be excellent.
Yeah.
Not saying they're going to get amazing minutes all the time. But the desire for him to play or the need for him to play, I think is going to have to be there from time to time because they don't have enough young legs.
Is it realistic to expect Bronny to crack the Lakers' rotation? Yes. But with that being said, that means they're not in a good place. He's not ready to be a regular rotational guy, right? I'm looking at their guys right now. And if you look just their 9 deep that I think their 9 deep will be, you got Smart, you got Luka, you got LeBron, you got LaRabia, you got Ayton, you got Rui, you got Reeves, you got Vincent, and then, that last spot, Connect or him, right? Like, in theory, that's probably what it would be. On any given night, you're going to need all 10 of those guys to play. So what you're saying and what they're stating in this article is correct. But if he's one of those guys you're expecting to come in and give you 12 minutes of super productive basketball, I don't know if that's happening, right? So I think what this says for me when I look at this statement, and I think it will be true, the Lakers still need some help and they still need some depth.
And what I gather from this, is he's going to be able to get some minutes because they need him. And again, all the guys you just named, a lot of them are either bigs or big-ish. Rui, even Dalton Connect he's not a big, but like he's not guarding fast guards.
Like Vincent would be the only other.
Gabe Vincent is one of the only guys who kind of can, smaller pests can get in there and mix things up. So I think they're gonna need Bronny. But again, JJ Redick talked about he's gonna have to be in great shape. And he's going to have to be in tip-top shape to be able to do that. Because, again, they might say, that's all I need from you.
Yeah.
Go lock down, go be annoying. And he's got a long way to go.
And he's got the right person there to teach him that. Marcus Smart.
Yeah.
When Marcus Smart got to Boston, he was a scorer in college, a guy that put up a lot of points. His role wasn't that when he got to Boston. It was to be a pest, to be a defensive guy, and that's what he was. And he has Smart there now. He needs to learn everything that Smart knows.
So that's a great point there. So what I hear from this is the Lakers are going to be, as most teams are with Luka, they're going to be very Luka dependent. And I think Luka coming out that Men's Health article, being in great shape. I think because you look at it, they're not as deep. They have players, but they're not in the same type of the system isn't like some of these other teams. Young, energetic, go get it. The Pistons, the Rockets, Orlando, bunch of young, hungry, go get it guys. They don't have that per se. They got some guys who can play. Rui can play at times. You maybe sometimes you want more. Austin Reeves has been solid for sure. He's found his role, his niche in the league, and has probably bought himself 6 more years in the league without a doubt.
Right.
But they don't have that thing yet. I don't think the Lakers have found their identity yet. Like we're absolutely at this.
Yeah.
This is what we are. And all the other teams that are contenders, the 6 or 7 teams, maybe 3 or 2, 3 or 4 from kind of each conference, they know what they are.
100%.
You know what the Thunder are. You know what the Rockets are going to be.
Yep. Energetic,
fast-paced, hard-nosed defense. And in KD, you get to get us a bucket in crunch time when we need. You know what the Nuggets are.
And I have no idea if they have an idea who their starting 5 is going to be. That's going to be the most critical thing with this team. Because obviously you look at it, you would think you bring over Smart. Luka's not a defender, so Smart's going to start, right? So Smart's going to play the point, in theory, or be the other guard. Luka, LeBron, and see, I think LaRavia and Ayton should start and bring Rui as that secondary ball handler off the bench to let him go eat. And so, I want to see how they make this thing work. And I think that's the first step we need to know at the Lakers.
And that's going to be one of the things J.J. Redick has to do, figure out a rotation, because that's the thing. Darvin Ham didn't have it. He was hands in his pockets, Ham. Ham to make you dance. He was hands in his pocket.
Right.
And then J.J. thought he had it mastered going into last season. I figured it out. Here's the best this is the rotation that wins a bunch of games. And he had to start switching things around and then, and trying to figure that out. But I go back to Luka. Luka, we read he's in shape. He looks good. And to me, and you being a Mavs fan, and you can kind of react to this, but this is Luka's very good, very, very good to great moment. This is his chance to go for, Luka, absolutely, man, Luka's one of them ones, to being, one of the all-time ones. To me, this is where he has a chance to take it to the next level. We see the difference in his physique.
Yeah.
We see, and this isn't just I worked out a little bit over the summer. No, this is, you can tell that it's a mindset change.
Eating, diet, everything.
And having a motivation. For the first time in his life, somebody didn't want him. For the first time in his life, somebody was like, no, we good on you.
Yep.
No, but I was all NBA 5 times. No, I know, but we good on you.
Yeah.
I dragged the team to the finals. No, I know, but you can go.
Yeah. Yes.
I get buckets. I score 70-something points. And I know. Peace.
Right.
And for the first time, Luka Doncic felt that sting of I ain't want it.
Yep.
And now I think that added motivation, he's getting in shape. People keep forgetting he was nicked up a little. He was nicked up throughout the season last year. Seems to be in better shape, better health.
Yep.
I think that's what you're going to see. A heavy dose of Luka. They're going to be heavily relying on him, and he's going to be out on a mission. And I think, I'm telling you, I'm not a betting man, but I will almost put some money on him in MVP right now.
Oh.
If you got a few hundred, I'm not telling you anybody. This ain't Shekel City. But dang it, because Luka, I think he is on for vengeance. Luka already take things personally and go at people.
He takes it
now
personal.
You're telling me I'm not good enough. You can go and you want AD, 6 years older, always injured, and that's who you want over me? Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just about to close on this house. Okay. Got bounced out the first round. Didn't look great.
He did not
and
look
Edwards
good at all.
Had all the smoke, was walking around. Figueroa out here in L.A., walking around with fans talking, hey, I'm just hanging with the L.A. fans.
Yeah.
I think all of that adds to an amazing season on the way from Luka, but they're going to be heavily relying upon him. And, again, they don't have, to me, the defensive structure and the bunch of guys who are defensive-minded to where I think Bronny might have to be used, even if you're looking down and you go, I really didn't want to, but I almost have to.
It's a good point. I mean, their roster isn't built that way, right? I mean, the only one that I see as real defenders on this list is Smart. I mean, LeBron can play defense, obviously. Ayton, at his best, a shot blocker, rebounder. I wouldn't say he's like an elite switcher, so he can really guard a guard. Rui doesn't play D. Reeves doesn't either. So they're going to have to outscore a lot of people, and Luka can do that with a team like this, though. So it's going to be interesting to see how it all meshes out.
Man, I just think he's going to be on a tear. He looked great.
Yeah.
He had some shoulders and some stuff I never even knew he had. Never knew he had. Rob G.
Yeah, so we closed the last segment. You were talking about how you believe the Denver Nuggets are one of the inner circle championship contenders heading into next season. And a lot of it, I'm sure, has to do with the fact that they have the best player in the world right now, Nikola Jokic, and they have the championship pedigree. My question to you was, if we're just going down the roster, comparing Denver's team and the Lakers team, they're both built around one super duper duper star, Nikola Jokic, Luka Doncic. Both teams are, to put it lightly, defensively deficient up and down the roster. You got Aaron Gordon as probably the only guy there in Denver, and we're assuming Marcus Smart, health-wise, is the only guy in L.A. And yet, and then again, Jamal Murray, LeBron James, you probably even say the Lakers, man for man, may have even a better top 6 or 7 than Denver.
Yeah.
So why is it that Denver, even though I agree with you, why is Denver considered an inner circle contender and the Lakers are not?
Number one, they had the best player in the world. Let's just start there. And Luka can contend. Maybe this year is the year he's the certified, undisputed number one player in the world. But right now, it's Jokic. So let's start there. Your centerpiece is Jokic. Figuratively and literally, your centerpiece is Jokic. You know exactly what you have. There is also a thing that I think we all know, and it comes with this show. Me and Rob started it almost a year ago, and now if you ask when me and him are rocking, continuity. You got the flow. You know what you expect. They have continuity in their main guys. Yeah. Jokic, Murray, Aaron Gordon. And then bringing back Bruce Brown. He was once there. You also have Christian Brown, right? I know my role. I'm huge. Rob G, you've heard me talk about this a million times. Know your role, know your identity. I know exactly what I do on this team. I know it's exactly asked of me. I know exactly how to play my position. You know, Kerry, playing on a team, playing in sports, that is so huge. You mentioned Marcus Smart earlier. Coming out, I'm averaging 20-something a game at Oklahoma State. I'm a baller. This is what I do. Find a role. I'm going to give you an example. Pat Beverly, a lot of people don't know this. What is he known for? Defense, grind, tough. Patrick Beverly was a bucket in Chicago.
Of course.
City, public school.
Yeah.
Averaging 35 a game.
Yeah.
Buckets. He left the all-time leader in high school. Do you know the high school greats that came out of that city? And Patrick Beverly realized I'm only 6'1". I'm not going to be able to do all the stuff I was doing in high school and college in the NBA. And he found his role to the tune of 14-year career and had a really nice one. And, was on really good teams, made a bunch of money and changed his life.
Yep.
My point is you have to know your roles. And I don't think the Lakers have mastered that yet. The Lakers, Luka is what he's going to do, but I don't know what to do when he does that if I'm Rui. I haven't mastered that yet. Rui starts, he comes off the bench. And again, we just talked about Bronny. I don't even know if I'm being my G League. Right. Am I playing? Connect. Am I playing? Am I this? LeBron, I'm the one. I'm not the one anymore. I'm not the lead. Oh, okay. Well, I'm the two. What? I got to adjust for the first time in my life being the two. Right. And I think that's the difference. And also, last point, Kerry.
Yeah.
JJ Redick doesn't know who he is yet as well. So they're all trying to find their place and find what they do and find that role. Whereas I think Denver, for the most part, they do have a new coach. I mean, he's been with them.
Yeah,
he's been with them, but now is his first, full season. But they know their roles and they know who they are, and that's half the battle, if not 2/3 of the battle.
100%. I mean, everything you said is right. I think, Rob, the thing I would tell you about the Lakers and them content and being in contention this year, they can be. It's not like they can't, finesse their way in that conversation. Obviously, they got two of the best players in the league on their team, right? So anything can happen. But exactly what you said, Kelvin, the continuity, knowing exactly what you're going to do when the game's tight and we need a bucket, those situations. Denver's been through it. their main core has been through it way too many times for them not to be contenders. And we just saw them this past year where the Lakers looked like trash in the playoffs, and Denver came out and really competed and had a chance to really take this thing to the Western Conference Finals, man. So, and they upgraded. And so, yeah, I don't think they're in that same conversation yet, but they can be.
And that's why, to me, the team, like, the Thunder know their role, right? Yeah. You know exactly who they are. And you look at them and you expect, again, them. You look at the Denver Nuggets. I believe Houston is slowly rolling. I think there's still some tweaks, but now you have KD and you kind of know, hey, you're our bucket. You done been to the championship before, a couple of teams. You didn't win it, but you've been there in finals with the Thunder, obviously with the Warriors. You know that. We know you know what to do in your role, your position, get a bucket. The other young guys, it's lock up, it's be energetic, it's fast breaks, let's go. And they're going to continue to find their way. But that's kind of the thing I'm big on, is knowing my role and what's expected of me, and do we have continuity? Because then, therefore, we can build a system, we can build a thing, and we can build around that. And you got something going forward. But one of the things I don't like is when I see a team, they don't know who they are.
Yeah.
They don't know if are we a defensive team? No, we're a passing team. We don't run the – okay. And then that means week to week, you're just out there winging it. And I don't like that in any sport team. I like if I say the Baltimore Ravens, you know what that is. There's going to be a lot of Derrick Henry in your face, and there's going to be a lot of Lamar making some decisions, and then play action can come after that, and the defense will try to do its thing.
You know the crazy part, you just said Baltimore, but the team I was going to throw out there for the perfect example of what you're saying, it was the Boston Celtics. It was boring, right? The year before,
yeah.
The year before when they won it, it was boring. They shot threes. They got to their same spots. They know who's playing defense. They know who's going to, be the guy that's going to run around and run through screens and knock and be aggressive through that. Like, they know their roles. And it was to the point where it's boring. Like, greatness should be boring. Like, when you get to the point of understanding that I have to do this thing every day for us to be good, I'm going to master being good at that role and moving forward. That's the teams that win.
I mean, the Patriot way. That's what that was. Everyone just played their role.
Yeah.
Period. You don't want to know why Malcolm Butler got that interception? Because to your point, they beat it in his head. When you see this formation, when you do that, know this slant is coming.
100%.
And he talked about it. He said, I just had I saw it. That's what they do. And he just beeline to the ball, got the interception, saved the game.
Yep.
Because you mentioned he practiced, he performed it, he knew it, and he was ready and studied, prepared. He knew his role for it.